Hi, Janet. What's up?
Hey, Veronica, I know you're on light duty and I know it's a Sunday, but I'll pay you overtime. We really need some extra hands on this scene right now.
Yeah, I'll do it for some overtime. Just send me the address and I'll be on my way.
Thank you, thank you,
Okay,
thank you.
thank you. Bye bye.
Hey, Veronica, do you have a quick second?
Yeah, what's up?
So it turns out that when you are on light duty, you cannot get paid overtime. So
And what does that have to do with me?
it means that I can't pay you overtime for when you came in on Sunday to help us. So you can take tomorrow off or you can leave early a couple days this week. I'm just not going to be able to pay you that overtime.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. The only reason I came in to help you guys on a Sunday was because I was going to get the overtime. With the holidays right around the corner, I could use the extra money. I'm not going home and flexing my time because you didn't know the policy, Janet. I'm so sorry.
There's just no way for me to pay you. I don't know. I just need you to leave early this week, or like I said, take a whole day off, but there's just no way for me to pay you.
You're going to have to figure out a way to pay me my overtime, even if I'm on light duty. Because you called me and said, Veronica, I will pay you overtime to come out and help us today. So if that wasn't permitted, that's something that you as a manager needed to know before you called me. But no, I'm not flexing my time. I came in on a Sunday to help you guys. And because you're uninformed on policies, no, I'm not leaving. I'm not doing it. And if I did leave, you're still paying me for Sunday. You're still paying me overtime. I don't know how you're going to figure it out with your manager, with HR, with the payroll department. I don't know. I don't care. That's none of my business. As long as those 8 hours of overtime are on my paycheck, we won't have any issues. But yes, they will be on my paycheck because no, I'm not leaving.
Hey, Veronica, do you think you could stay a little late tonight? Just maybe like an hour or two?
Yeah, I don't mind. I could use the overtime.
I'm actually not authorized to pay overtime right now, so I was kind of hoping that you would come in late tomorrow or leave early.
Okay. I'll just come in late Friday because I have an appointment anyway. So
No, you wouldn't be able to come in late on Friday. Tomorrow's the only day that I could spare you.
okay. So then no, I can't stay.
No, but I'm sorry. You just said you could stay. So are you gonna stay?
No, I can't do it. I'm sorry. That means that I'm inconveniencing myself and you guys are not having to meet me halfway. It has to be a mutual benefit in order for me to do this. Because if I'm staying later, that means that I'm getting home later. That means I'm sitting in more traffic. That means that my dog is waiting later to get walked and to eat. And it's just an overall inconvenience for me to stay later. I was willing to do it because I need the overtime. But if I'm not even getting that, coming in late or leaving early doesn't do anything for me. So I can pass. I can pass on that.
We're just all having to pitch in a little more around here, you know? I'd really appreciate it if you could stay.
And I understand that. And if you're that short staffed and that tight for people, I'm willing to stay for the overtime. If you need me that bad, then you're willing to pay. Otherwise, maybe you can do it. As a manager, isn't it your role to kind of step in when no one else is available?
Well, I'm salaried, so it really doesn't matter if I stay later. I can't really come in later, leave early another day. So it really just doesn't make sense for me to stay any later tonight. I hope that makes sense.
I'm sure it makes sense in your mind. But as a salaried employee, you make significantly more per hour if you were to break it down anyway than I do, even with overtime. So it makes more sense for you to stay than for me to stay since you're getting paid a lot more. I'll stay for the overtime. Otherwise,
Okay. I'll find someone else. Thank you.
yep, good luck. So Veronica, after looking over the salary and the job description, did you have any questions?
Yes, actually, in the job description, I see at the bottom it says additional duties as assigned. Are you able to just describe a little bit more of what's going to be expected aside from what's already listed? I would honestly love to be able to tell you every single thing that you're going to be doing in this role, but it would just take forever. There's just too many variables when it comes to this position. So I wouldn't be able to tell you what those additional duties, sometimes they just come up and we're just going to ask you to do them. And it's just, it kind of falls into that whole additional duties, if that makes sense. And I get that. I understand that you can't tell me every single thing that I'm going to be expected to do. But where does it end? At what point do you now add 15 additional duties to my job description without additional pay? I hope that makes sense. It does make sense. There's really just no way for me to list everything out for you. We really look for team players and team members that are willing to step up in times of need. I just hope you understand where I'm coming from. It leaves it open for you to be able to expect. So I'm getting paid for items 1 through 5 and, saying additional duties as described. it kind of leaves it open for you to be able to add items 6 through 20 and kind of put it under that category and not necessarily give me an opportunity to rebuttal or to require more pay, because now I'm being asked to do way more than what's expected of me. If you guys decide to lay off half of the accounting department and all their duties fall on me, then I can't really fight anything because these are additional duties as described. Well, we have your resume and we'll be in contact. Have a good day.
Welcome to Night Shift, Veronica. It's going to be a wild ride. Do you have any questions? Just a quick question. Who do I see to get my uniform?
You go across the street to the uniform store and buy your own scrubs.
I have to buy my own uniform?
Yes, that's correct. It's your responsibility.
Okay.
And we don't reimburse. You're expected to be clocked in by 6:45 at the
What time is the lunch break for night shift?
Oh, you're serious. There's no set time. You kind of just, if you can make it, you make it. If not.
Okay, so we start at 7 p.m. What time does the cafeteria close?
The cafeteria closes at 7.
Oh, yeah, no, that definitely makes sense.
There are a ton of fast food restaurants you can choose from.
All right. And then we leave at 7 a.m.
You're scheduled to leave at 7 a.m., but if your relief doesn't show up or if there is an emergency or you're mandated, then you need to stay.
So a 12-hour shift, but then if our relief nurse doesn't show up, we stay longer?
Exactly.
And then I come back for my shift that night.
Exactly. You got it.
All right. And then do we get like the 2 15-minute breaks in case we got to use the bathroom?
We recommend you wear a diaper. You may not get a chance to use the bathroom throughout your shift, just like you may not get your lunch break.
Okay. Can I know the pros of working here at this hospital or any hospital?
Well, we are the 10th most profitable hospital in the United States. And that's it.
For right now, I would like to withdraw my application. Just for right now. I just need to go consider the list of cons. It's just a list of cons, not a list of pros and cons.
Oh,
Thank you.
Well, Veronica, thank you so much for coming in. I am so excited to interview you for this position. You come highly recommended. Well, that's great. I love to hear that I'm highly recommended, and I'm honored to be here for this interview. I've already sort of gone over your resume, and you're everything we've been looking for. You are, excellent written and verbal communication skills, bilingual, results-driven, team-oriented, analytical. You have your degree in business. It's everything that we are looking for in this position. That's why I applied, because I've worked really hard to hone in on all these skills, and I feel that I can be a great asset to your team. There's just one thing we need to discuss. Under salary, you listed that you would settle for no less than $95K. That's a little over what we're willing to pay for this position. You know what? That's okay. It is okay? Okay. That was easier than I thought. What do you mean though? What do you mean it's okay? Like, to accept the job? I'm willing to negotiate. So let me know which qualifications you want me to exclude from my resume, and then we'll start over, and then you can let me know what you're willing to pay me for the qualifications that remain. Oh, no, we as a company want you to bring all of these qualifications to the table. I don't want to exclude any of them. You have a list of very, very admirable qualities. I would like for you to bring all of them to the table. And I get that. And I completely respect your position. I'm bringing a lot of experience, and I'm going to bring skills and qualifications that you have been looking for. And that is what I feel that I'm worth. If you don't feel that I'm worth the $95,000, that's perfectly fine. But then I won't bring all of my skills and qualifications. I'm going to have to take this back to the team. But I guess we'll be in contact with you. Take it back to the team. Do what you got to do. I'm going to give you about 48 hours to get back to me. I know my worth. I know what I'm bringing to the table, and that's how much I'm requiring for my services. So you let me know if you want to continue doing business. If not, there's other companies out there that are willing to pay me what I'm worth. Hi, how can I help you?
Hi, yes. So I went and got my degree, and then you told me I had to get my license. So I went and got that, and now I'm here to apply for a job.
Okay. I'm assuming you have experience. What kind of experience do you have?
No, I don't have any experience because I got the degree, and then you said I couldn't get a job because I didn't have the license. So I went and got the license. And so I'm here to apply for the job so I can get experience.
Oh, well, I can't hire you without experience. We require a minimum of 3 years experience.
I'm sorry, what?
You're a recent graduate, and I can't hire you if you have no experience in the field.
But when I came to apply for the job, you said I couldn't because I didn't have the license. So if I can't work in this field without the license, how would I have experience?
You'd have to find a job in this field so that you can obtain the experience necessary.
Okay, so again, the 6 years of schooling, all the tests, and then the test for the licensing, none of that qualifies.
Exactly. I just can't help you. You have no experience.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, if I can't work without experience, but I can't get experience without the licensing, but I can't get the licensing until I finish the school, how do I get the experience to apply for the job without the licensing? And then now that I have the licensing, I can't get a job because of the experience. I feel like I'm talking in a big old circle, but what can I do?
Well, you'd need to go get experience.
I have to go get experience. In order to go get experience, someone has to give me a job.
You could always look outside of this field if you can't find a job in this field.
Okay, thank you. I'm a self-starter. I like to work in a group as well as independently, and I know that I'll be a great asset to your team. So thank you so much for this interview opportunity and for meeting with me today. Well, that's a great answer. Thank you so much. Do you have any questions for me before we conclude this interview? Yes, I do have about 15 questions. So just let me know whenever you're ready for me to take over the questioning. 15 seems a bit excessive. But can I ask why so many? Well, it's time for your interview. My interview? I'm not really the one applying for a job? No, I know you're not applying for a job. You're applying basically for me to be your employee, if that makes sense. I'm so sorry. I've never had this happen. I'm not sure exactly what this means. Well, it means that I also want to make sure that not only am I a good fit for your company, but that your company is a good fit for me. It makes sense. It's a little unorthodox, but what does this consist of exactly? It just consists of questions such as, why are you hiring right now? What's your turnaround percentage looking like? There's just a couple questions. I want to know and make sure that if I come and invest my time in this company, that it's going to be worth that time, just like you want to make sure that it's going to be worth hiring me as your employee. We can get started whenever you're ready. I'm mainly concerned with what your middle management looks like, and if do you have like a sort of like a chain of command, or do you have an open door HR policy? I need to know all that before orientation because by orientation, I would have already invested time in getting, like my drug test and physical, and maybe your benefits package is not as attractive as you'd like to make it seem before I get to the orientation and they tell me how bad it really is. So let's just go over the good and the bad, and then I guess don't call me, I'll call you.
Hi, team. We have some great news today. There will be a 5% across the board increase for everyone on the team. There are some additional updates that I need to share with you. Because of this increase, you will likely be now in the next tax bracket up. So that is something that you'll have to look out for. Another thing is that the amount that we pay for your health insurance is going to have to go down a little bit. So you'll be paying an additional 7% on your health insurance. You'll see that pretty soon on your paychecks. And you know how you guys only pay $5 for any lunch that you get at the cafeteria? Because of this increase, we will be having to increase that amount by another 10%. So you'll be paying just a little bit more for your lunch, okay? Any questions? Veronica? When is the increase effective? So your 5% increase is effective in about 90 days. The other increases as far as your health insurance, the cafeteria, and most likely your tax bracket, those are effective immediately. So we're getting a 5% salary increase, but then everything else is increasing by 17%. Where are we benefiting from this? Because I understand if, everything else increased by 1%, but the increase to the insurance premiums and our lunch is increasing, 3 times the amount of our hourly increase. How does that benefit us? What do you mean? How do you benefit from this? You're getting 5% more per hour. That's a lot of money. You know what? This is sometimes why we don't do these things, because no one is grateful. Everybody's so ungrateful that we fought for 5% for you guys.
Thank you so much for coming in today. I know that it's been a few days since we had that meeting, but I needed to see what happened with this presentation. Veronica, you're saying that you sent it over to Jamie, right? I see you want to just bypass the fact that you were going to call me out in front of everybody, but then when it came to calling out Jamie, you wanted to take it offline. But okay, yes, I sent it to Jamie the day that it was completed. Do you want to jump in here at any time, Jamie?
Yeah, I mean, I've been confused this whole time, Janet, because I sent you that email as soon as Veronica sent it over to me. As soon as I got it, I proofread it, and I sent it to you, and I got a red receipt about 5 minutes later. So I'm not sure what happened, but you have the email.
You didn't send it to me. You did not send it to me, Jamie. I wouldn't have brought it up in the meeting if you would have sent it to me.
With all due respect, yes, I did. I sent it to you. As soon as she sent it to me, I sent it to you, and I have the red receipt to prove it. Do you need me to go pull it up?
I am looking here, and it looks like I did receive it. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but guys, that's not the point. The point is that I need you to be on top of it, okay? Listen, when I ask for an email, just send it. Just send it over.
So somehow you're still finding a way to blame it on us. Our emails were done. I even feel like we need to jump back on a Zoom call with everybody that was on that initial call and let them know what the outcome of this was. Because it's okay, even as a leader, to admit that you were wrong and that you kind of dropped the ball and make up for what you tried to do to me and Jamie on that Zoom call. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. I know I'm just a frontline person, but, you know,